Greetings, kindred friend. Right now, I invite you to take a journey through time with me. Please close your eyes, take a deep breath, and exhale very slowly. Imagine you are 90 years old, but strangely, your body is as weightless as the sky clouds, your mind is as clear as a morning dew stream, and your legs still walk leisurely without a bit of pain. You stand amidst nature, feeling the life sap flowing radiantly in every cell. In that quiet moment, silently ask your soul, what secrets have I practiced to achieve this miraculous rebirth? The keys to unlock rebirth. The radiance you just saw in your mind is not a distant miracle, nor does it come from magic pills or complex diets of the world out there. Zen Wisdom teaches us that the greatest changes always originate from the smallest things. Tonight, I want to hand over to you 5 simple habits crystallized from thousands of years of mindfulness. They are not secrets of wealth, but legacies of stillness. When repeated regularly, these 5 anchors will silently soothe the nervous system, protect the physical temple, and skillfully slow down the aging clock right from the cellular level. Let us walk together on this minimalist but powerful path. Commitment to yourself. If your soul is feeling in tune with the beat of this stillness, I invite you to join me in lighting a candle of awakening by pressing subscribe and the bell icon. That is how we guide each other on the path to finding our whole being again. And right this moment, leave a confirmation to the universe in the comments section with the mantra, I choose a long life in peace. Every line you write down is exactly a seed of health beginning to sprout right in your consciousness. Zen Wisdom, the Art of Ripening. Greetings. Quietly reflect with me throughout the long journey of life, who has truly taught us the art to age with dignity and health. Cruelly, the world out there seems to only teach us how to race. We are meticulously instructed on how to work hard, how to chase the peaks of success, and how to accumulate a lot of assets to feel secure. We are engrossed in taking on all kinds of roles and burdens, but rarely taught how to conserve precious energy, how to keep the lake of the mind always flat, or simply how to live a life as weightless as sky clouds. Zen masters understand a profound truth. All suffering or illness is not naturally born. They are the result of exactly how we treat ourselves in every daily breath. If life is a garden, then health in the twilight years is exactly the reflection of the quality of the soil you have cultivated all these years. Healing is not seeking a miracle in a distant land, but learning how to change the rhythm of life right in this moment. Understand that getting old is not a tragedy of decline, but a sacred opportunity for the soul to be refined and become most radiant from deep within. The treasure. In a still glass of water. Let us look at a very simple image to better understand our own journey. Your body and mind right from the beginning were like a clear glass of water, pure and full of life. However, along the flow of time, every stressful beat, every silent surge of anger, or hurried meals and tossing, anxious nights, all are like a small drop of poison, continuously dripping into that glass of water every day. A single drop doesn't make much difference, but tens of thousands of drops accumulated over decades have made the once clear water suddenly become murky. That is exactly why, at this age, you frequently feel your body heavy, chronic pains linger, and your mood sometimes drops for no apparent reason. You are not broken at all. You are just being muddied by the aftertastes of the past. Dear friend, the 5 Zen habits I am about to give you are not efforts to agitate the glass of water to wash it by force. They are exactly noble drops of light. When you persistently water these drops of light into daily life with patience, darkness and toxins will automatically be pushed back, making way for purity and radiant vitality to return to reside. Let the glass of water of your soul settle down starting tonight. Habit 1. Mindful breathing, the anchor of life. Greetings. The first drop of light that I want to invite you to place into the water glass of your life is exactly the closest, most sacred, yet also most often forgotten thing. That is exactly your breath. Do you know? The breath is the only bridge connecting the mind and the physical body. In Zen wisdom, the breath is not merely the exchange of air. It is a silent command sent to every cell about the state of existence. How long has it been since you truly saw yourself breathing? Throughout the long day, when we are swept into worries, the breathing rhythm often becomes shallow, short, and hurried in the chest. That breathing rhythm silently informs the nervous system that you are in a battle, causing the body to always be tense and tired. Tonight, I invite you to carry out a small but powerful revolution. Establish 3 sacred stops for tomorrow in the morning, right when you wake up, at noon amidst ordinary agitations, and in the evening right before sinking into deep sleep. This technique is as simple as your very primal nature. Sit or lie down very comfortably, loosen your shoulders, and let your eyelids close lightly. Inhale very slowly through the nose for 4 counts, feeling the cool air going all the way down to the lower abdomen, filling it with vital energy. After that, hold it for just 1 brief second to feel the wholeness. And then, here is exactly the secret of healing. Exhale very slowly, very smoothly, for 6 or 7 counts. Let the exhale be longer than the inhale. Imagine you are shedding all sorrows, all remnants of stress out of your blood vessels along with that breath. When you repeat this cycle 10 times, a biological miracle will happen. The lengthened exhale is exactly the code to activate the vagus nerve, ordering the parasympathetic nervous system to begin its work. Your heart rate will stabilize. The tense muscle masses in the neck and shoulders will begin to melt, and the digestive fire will be warmed to operate more rhythmically. Engrave this truth. The nervous system does not listen to the words you use to reassure yourself. It only listens to your breathing rhythm. When you master the breath, you officially regain the right to master your temple of health. Tonight, let the 4-7 breathing rhythm be the gentlest lullaby, putting you into a deep sleep where true recovery begins in stillness. Habit 2. Enjoying life through every meal. The art of mindful nourishment. Try to quietly recall your most recent meal. Did you eat while your mind was engrossed in noisy news bulletins on TV, or pondering over a matter that hasn't happened yet? Did you chew hurriedly and then swallow when the food hadn't even melted yet? Cruelly, at the age when the body temple needs the most cherishing and respect, we often make 3 silent but highly harmful mistakes. First, we do not chew thoroughly. Second, we eat too fast, as if racing towards some destination. And third, the most dangerous thing is that we eat in a state of stress and anxiety. You know what? When you eat in a hurry, your body is still stuck in survival mode. At that time, blood will rush to the muscles to be ready to cope with danger, instead of focusing on the digestive system. As a result, even if you eat the most nutritious foods, the body still cannot fully absorb the quintessence, causing heaviness, bloating, and silently nourishing the flames of inflammation in every tissue cell. You are taking in energy, but unintentionally carrying exhaustion inside yourself too. Zen wisdom views every meal as a sacred connection ritual between humans and the universe. Every clear white grain of rice, every lush green vegetable branch carries within it the breath of Mother Earth, brilliant sunlight, and forgiving raindrops. When you eat unconsciously, you are unintentionally refusing the gift that life has painstakingly prepared for you. To wash the glass of water of your life tomorrow, I invite you to perform a self-loving ritual through 3 small steps before every meal. Step 1. Sacred stopping. Before lifting your chopsticks, stop and take 3 very deep, very slow breaths. Inform your nervous system that everything is done. Now is the time to be nourished. Step 2. Recognition. Take a few seconds to truly look at the food in the bowl. Recognize the colors, aromas, and understand the miraculous journey this food has gone through to be present here to warm you. And step 3. The rhythm of compassion. When putting food into your mouth, Commit to chewing very thoroughly, at least 15 to 20 times for each bite. Feel the primal sweetness from the rice grain gradually spreading. Feel the pure flavor of nature melting and penetrating deep into every blood vessel. When you chew slowly, you not only lighten the stomach's burden, but you are truly digesting peace as well. Modern science calls this the way to activate satiety signals and reduce oxidative stress, but Zen calls this ultimate reverence toward life. Engrave this soothing truth into your heart. Eat slowly and you will heal faster. A mindful meal is exactly a precious medicine that doesn't cost a penny, but has the ability to extinguish the seeds of fatigue right from the root. Tonight, let the thought of this gentle nourishment water your sleep, so tomorrow morning when you wake up, you will receive the first meal of the day like a rebirth ceremony of the soul. Habit 3. Movement in gentleness. When the body is aflow. Greetings. After we have learned to reverently nourish the physical temple through every mindful meal, I invite you to let that vital energy spread to your arms, your legs, so your body truly becomes a rhythmic flow of life. There is a highly encouraging truth that researchers have found when observing blue zones, the places where people live the longest and happiest on the planet. Their secret does not lie in modern gyms or high-intensity exercises that exhaust the body. On the contrary, centenarians in Okinawa or Sardinia all have one amazingly simple thing in common. They always move gently throughout the day. They walk to the market, they quietly tend to the backyard garden, or simply perform gentle stretching movements when the early sun has just rested on the porch. In Zen wisdom, life is measured by softness, while rigidity is exactly the sign of stagnation. Imagine a young tree branch. It is soft, lush green, and flexibly yields to the wind. Even if storms pass by, that branch remains safe and sound because it knows how to bend. However, look at an old and withered tree branch. It is rigid and brittle. With just a strong gust of wind, that branch will immediately snap off because it has lost the ability to flow with reality. Dear friend, our bodies are exactly the same. Do not let the mind convince you that you are too old to move, and also do not force yourself to perform heavy exercises beyond endurance. Tonight, I invite you to commit to your soul a small habit for tomorrow. Just 10 minutes of movement and cherishing. That could be 10 minutes. You slowly walk in the yard, feeling the contact of the soles of your feet with the tolerant Mother Earth. That could be 10 minutes. You meticulously pull weeds, water the flower clump, letting your hands converse with heaven and earth. Or simply just a few stretching movements, gently rotating ankles and knee joints, right while you are sitting on the familiar wooden chair. When you move gently, you are not only warming up muscle fibers, you are directly unblocking congested energy flows, helping the life sap slip into every nook and cranny of the body. Science calls this a way to reduce inflammation levels and boost circulation, but Zen calls this a dance of gratitude. Engrave this truth. Gentle movement is how you say the most earnest thank you to the life overflowing in your blood vessels. Do not wait until the body aches to find a way to fix it. Water flexibility for the tree branch of your life starting tomorrow. Tonight, sleep in the relaxation of a river preparing to flow downstream, gentle and serene, because you know that tomorrow your body will dance with the sunlight again. Habit 4. Emotional purification. Washing away inner ghosts. Try placing a hand on your chest and quietly feeling the beat inside right this moment. You know what? There is a silent truth that both ancient medicine and modern psychology understand. Your body is exactly a faithful diary. It records everything that your soul cannot utter into words. Many persistent joint pains, indigestion, bloating, or long nights tossing and turning looking at the ceiling sometimes do not come from natural aging, but come from emotional toxins accumulated over decades. Smoldering angers, anxiety about the future, or fragments of unnamed sadness. If not completely digested, they will not disappear. They choose to hide deep in the muscle fibers, tighten in the abdomen, and harden your nervous system, making sleep an exhausting struggle. In Zen wisdom, emotions are like clouds drifting across the sky. Neuroscientists have discovered a miraculous thing. A chemical wave of emotion actually only lasts exactly 90 seconds. The reason we suffer for hours, even years, is because we continuously water and nourish them with repetitive streams of thoughts. We chew over and over on hurts, and so that dark cloud never has a chance to dissipate. Tonight, before truly sinking into sleep, I invite you to perform a soul-washing ritual for 5 minutes. This is how you liberate your soul from the shackles of old days. Step 1 is tolerant recognition. Close your eyes and gently ask yourself, today, what emotions visited my mind? Do not judge, do not chase away. Whether it is frustration or loneliness, name them like naming an old friend. Step 2 is confirmation. Whisper, I see you. You are safe here with me. When you acknowledge an emotion, it no longer has the power to dominate you. It is simply a part of the flow of life. And the final step, perform the release breath. When you exhale very slowly, imagine the tense blocks in the body slowly melting and drifting far away like a mist meeting sunlight. Let the jaw muscles relax, shoulders hang loose, and the abdomen become weightless. Engrave this liberating truth into your heart. Emotions are just guests passing by the door. You are the vast sky, always whole and still behind them. When you dare to face and digest emotions every night, you are performing the most profound therapeutic act for yourself. You no longer carry the burden of today right into your dreams. Tonight, let your heart be empty and clear. Sleep in the aura of a washed soul, ready to wake up tomorrow morning with a pristine inner sky full of light. Habit 5. Simplifying life. The art of living. Lightly greetings. When the heart has been washed clean of emotional ghosts, I invite you to take a final step with me to truly liberate your soul. Try looking around the room and looking deep into your schedule over the past few days. There is a silent truth that the fatigue of old age sometimes does not come from how many years we have lived, but comes from us trying to shoulder too many things that are no longer necessary. We are living in an era of overload. Every day your mind is surrounded by a rushing waterfall of information, relentless notification bells from phones, and even social obligations that your soul inherently wanted to refuse long ago. We fear being forgotten, fear no longer being useful, so we try to fill every moment with busyness. But you know what? In Zen wisdom, true wealth does not lie in accumulating more, but lies in the power to let go. Imagine your life is like a boat drifting on a still ocean. For the boat to glide lightly and receive the coolest breezes, you cannot keep being engrossed in piling more luggage onto the side of the boat. It is time you carry out a purification for your lifestyle. Tomorrow, I invite you to bravely establish a sacred boundary for your peace. Try turning off unnecessary notifications on the phone. That blue light is exactly the noise invading your inner sanctuary. Learn how to say a gentle refusal to gatherings that only bring judgment or envy. And most importantly, set aside times for yourself to be completely free of affairs. Moments you do not need to be useful to anyone. Do not need to solve any math problems of the world. Neuroscience calls this the way to minimize cognitive load so the brain gets to rest, but Zen calls this the journey back to the pure being. When your living space and mind are clean of noise, you will be amazed to see natural vitality begin to rise strongly. You no longer find yourself out of breath before the pace of life, but are gliding on it with composure and dignity. Engrave this ultimate truth into your heart. Health needs only 2 things, a light body and a light mind. Tonight, allow yourself to be free and unburdened. You owe this world no more busyness. Everything is done. Sleep in the sovereignty of someone who has understood that happiness does not lie in what we hold in our hands, but lies in the expansiveness of the heart when we know how to let go of redundant things. Dear friend, a healthy body and a serene mind in the twilight years are not the results of extraordinary efforts or shocking changes. Zen wisdom teaches us that Life changes not thanks to grand events, but thanks to the rhythm of small actions repeated with love every day. Look back at the map we have sketched together. A lengthened exhale to announce peace to the nervous system. A slow meal to reverently nourish the physical temple. 10 minutes of gentle movement to keep life sap always circulating. 5 minutes washing away emotional ghosts before closing eyes. And the courage to say no to redundant agitations, to retain serenity for the soul. Every single small grain of sand is nothing, but millions of grains of sand will create a tolerant beach before fierce waves. These 5 habits are the same. When you persistently water them into daily life, you are not only fighting against aging, but you are creating a climate of peace, so health automatically sprouts. Now, once again, I invite you to close your eyelids. See the 90-year-old friend we met at the beginning of the journey. Do you see that smile? Do you see those clear eyes and weightless footsteps? Now, you know that person's secret. That is not a miracle. That is the result of loyalty to oneself through every mindful breath starting tonight. If this video has touched some hidden corner in your heart and lit a ray of hope, please help me spread this energy source with a like button and subscribe to the channel. That is how we together build an awakened community amidst the long night. And do not forget to leave a comment about the habit you choose to start tomorrow morning as a sacred commitment to your own true mind. Wishing you a long night of peace, complete letting go, and waking up radiantly in an entirely new being. Goodbye, and see you again in the next journeys of awakening.